Okay, good morning you guys. Got a brand new lip sitting in the box over there. Gonna hopefully properly install it this time. Gonna use extra tape, maybe a couple bolts, and bigger rib nuts. Okay, hard part's done. Got it all jacked up. Put two jack stands in the front, just so I can fit a drill underneath when I'm drilling the holes. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount the lip just with some double-sided tape. And then I'm gonna mark out where I want the holes to go. And then I'm gonna take off the lip, drill them out, install rib nuts. I think I'm gonna do a nut and bolt on each of the ends. So hopefully that might prevent it from flying off. And then I'm gonna paint the lip, wash my car, and then install the lip later tonight. So yeah, let's go do it. Okay, little update. It's hot as fuck. That sun fucking hurts to sit in. The tape thing kind of failed. I think I just had shitty tape, so I couldn't really set in place. So what I ended up doing was kind of just marked it where I kind of want it, and then just drilled one hole in the middle. Put a rib nut there. Just did this side. Got one rib nut holding it in there. My lip kind of came a little damaged. This side kind of has this weird part where it like rises up. So it doesn't really set flush, but I think I'll be able to make it work. These rib nuts are kind of a pain in the ass. As you can tell, they don't really want to sit well, but the fitment's not looking too bad so far. This was kind of what happened with my old lip. This side didn't really sit that flush, but this side's pretty minty. So I don't know if it's just my bumper that's fucked up or what, but yeah, the sun is fucking hot though. All right, I've been at this for quite some time now, mainly because it's just hot as fuck, and I've just been taking a bunch of breaks. And if you're using rib nuts, it's weird because like some go in harder than others, and I'm assuming it's because of like the angle. But anyways, I got about halfway done. I'm just using M5 rib nuts with M5 stainless steel screws and little washers. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holding them in. Feels pretty solid. But I'm gonna hopefully knock out this side real fast, and I'll be right back. Possibly the worst thing that could have happened, bro. Bro, I drilled through the fucking top of it, bro. Alright, so I know I haven't been showing how I've been doing it. So I'll show you with one. So basically, when you actually get it up there, it's a lot easier to drill out the holes and shit. And so basically what I do is I mount it all up, and I really drill one at a time. So I drill through the plastic and the bumper, and then I undo it all, drill out the hole a little bigger. Use my rib nut gun over here with the M5 rib nut. I squeeze that bitch in there, and then I put it back on, and I move on to the next. So I got them all done pretty much. Just did this one right here. I just drilled through right now. So I'm gonna undo this and probably this one right here, just so I can drill out a little bit more, because my drill bit is not that big for the rib nut. And yeah, squeeze it through and then mount it up and hope it fucking lines up. Okay, that rib nut was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get in, but it's in there. Then you kind of just twist them on. Sometimes they're a little hard because some are like at an angle and whatnot, but with enough force and a screwdriver, you can probably get most of them up. Okay, got that thing back on there. It's a little more to the left than the right, which kind of pisses me off because this doesn't line up. And this is actually almost touching, but that's how it kind of was before. So, oh well, what you gonna do? She's a little stiff, which got me kind of worried because I think that's why it fell off. I think it was too stiff. So like, I don't know, I was going in a straight line. I don't get how it could have flown off. But the previous night, I like scraped on something, so maybe that made it loose. And I was going like 80 miles per hour, so it flew off, I guess. But yep, she's on there. Pretty successful. Other than this, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I might try to like Bondo it, just touch up paint over it. I was gonna paint it today, but didn't have a lot of time, so oh well, save that for another day. It doesn't even look that bad, to be honest. It's a little faded and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna order some nuts and bolts just to put on the sides, just because it's easier to access. And hopefully that'll prevent it from flying off. And just like that, car's back on the ground. Good morning, you guys. Sorry, I kind of fell out of it recently. I don't know, just kind of haven't been in the mood to upload, I guess. But found some motivation, got her back. Ended up where I left off at. I recorded a video a couple months ago fixing my trying to fix my air leak, and that didn't go too well. So I'm gonna hopefully, I bought some new airline, so maybe I'll try to replace the one in the trunk going to the tank, to the manifold. And then I might order a new water trap too, or maybe I'll try to retighten it. I don't know, we'll see. And then I'm also gonna repaint my front lip. My new front lip, I should say. It doesn't even look that badly matched, but I don't know, I kind of just want to paint it just because. I also want to drill out some holes on each ends and then just put a nut and bolt on each end just in case maybe it'll come loose and save it from flying off. I don't know. So yeah, let's get to it before it becomes 2 million degrees in this garage. And I also want to attempt to Bondo this little hole I drilled in my front bumper. I think if I just put tape over it, I can like put some Bondo in it and I'll just use touch-up paint. Hopefully that'll make it look a little better than having a big ass hole. I was gonna put a jack stand under it, but that's kind of a pain in the ass to jack up the other side and everything. So I think I'm just gonna jack it up a little bit, drill out a hole just so I can put a nut and bolt through each side before taking it off to paint it. Definitely gotta make sure my drill is charged. So while that's charging, I'm gonna jack her up. Hopefully I can get a good enough angle before I can go through. As you can see, my rib nuts are holding up pretty well. I installed it about like 2 weeks ago, I think. It's pretty sturdy. I haven't scraped on anything yet. Been a lot more careful not to scrape. But I'm also gonna try to scavenge through my dad's nut and bolt drawer down here. I found a couple options. One of these should hopefully work. Okay, I think I'm gonna use these 5/16 machine bolts with 5/16 nuts. They're not too big, not too small. Might need a big hole to drill it out. I didn't really have any washers, so I looked through my dad's trash screw bin. I found this like plastic one and this big ass one. I don't know, we'll see if they work. All right, just drilled out the hole. As you can see, used the 5/16 drill bit and it's in there perfectly. If I can shove it. So yeah, I'm gonna do the other side real quick and then I think I'm just gonna take it all off, paint it, and then maybe let it sit for a day, reinstall it tomorrow. Just jack this side up, just drill the hole, as you can see right there. And it goes nice and easy. This side's pretty easy to put the nut on, considering the whole fender liner's missing. This side might be a little rough. I think I might have to get rid of this little shield that's right there, but that's all good. So I'm just gonna take off the lip. I'm not looking forward to put it back on because it's kind of a pain, but it's all good. I'm gonna just lay it down on the box it came in and then sand it, Scotch Brite it, use some adhesion promoter, primer, and then just gloss black. Okay, 15 minutes later, finally got that bitch taken off. Alrighty, so I went over a couple times with the Scotch Brite, red Scotch Brite, cleaned it with some half and half alcohol. As you can see, it's kind of just guffed up a little bit. Worked pretty well last time, so shouldn't have too many problems. Gonna do 2 coats of this adhesion promoter. Just did 2 little sprays of adhesion promoter. As you can see, it doesn't really do that much, but definitely helps because I remember the first time I painted it, I didn't use any and it started peeling off a little bit. And then on my old lip that flew off, I repainted it again with the adhesion promoter and it worked really well. So I would definitely recommend getting yourself a can. First layer of primer down, gonna let that dry for probably 10-15 minutes. Should bake pretty quick. It's fucking hot as hell out there. All right, coat 2's been sprayed. Just made sure to kind of cover all the black areas. There's one little chip over here. Sorry, someone walked by. There's one little chip right here. It's kind of strange. Try to sand it out. All right, so I got this Bondo I used for my wheels to kind of repair them. Now I know you're probably not supposed to use this on plastic parts. You're probably supposed to use some like flexible Bondo or something. But it's just a small area. So I got a paper plate to kind of just spread it out. A couple weeks ago, I went to Harbor Freight and bought these nice plastic spreaders. Last time I didn't have anything to like scoop them around with. These were pretty cheap. I think they were like $3 or something. So while my lip is still drying, I kind of just taped up the whole area because I don't really want to make too big of a mess around the area, you know what I mean? Hopefully I can just Bondo over the hole without having anything in the back. Because like I've watched videos and they put like fiberglass in the back or something, and it shouldn't look that bad. I mean, the front bumper's already kind of clapped anyways, so it's kind of, well, don't really care that much. I don't know if this is gonna work, to be honest, but I filled the hole, dried pretty quick. I'll let it dry for a little longer just because it's kind of easy to peel off. Let me get back to my lip. I'm gonna Scotch Brite it again and then start with the black. I gotta wash my hands. This shit made a mess. Okay, so I kind of just gently went over it with the Scotch Brite again, cleaned it all up again, some alcohol and water. I'm just gonna do 1 light spray of this adhesion promoter again, just because why not? Probably gonna do 2, maybe 3 coats of that. And if you're doing this, it's probably not best not to do it on the ground. It's kind of windy and like grass is getting on shit. And I think it attracts a lot more bugs too. All right, I just laid down that second coat. Did it a little bit thicker than the first. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do one more lightish coat before clearing it. But yeah, it's not looking bad at all. We're losing a little bit of sun over here, but just did the final spray. Looking pretty good. Gonna let this dry for another 20 minutes, maybe a little longer until it's dry to the touch. And then put some clear, and then probably leave it overnight. Paint might be still a little soft, and I don't really want to scratch it installing it, so probably throw it on tomorrow. I think I might let the Bondo cure overnight too. Probably I just did a quick little layer of clear, just like that. Not a bad paint job. Hopefully it won't peel for a while. As long as I don't scrape, should be good. And then I'm gonna take care of this tomorrow. Probably gotta sand it flat. I don't want to create too big of an area though, because I don't really want to fuck up the paint that much. Good morning, you guys. It's the next day. I woke up, put the lip in the sun for about an hour. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to sand down this high spot. This Bondo's pretty hard now. Probably should have wet sanded it, so maybe it would have saved the paint a little bit more. But, yep, oh well. So just use some touch-up paint, and you can't really even tell it's there. I mean, this is already all kind of fucked up anyways, so it's kind of whatever. This is my first ever Bondo job. Okay, 1 hour later, got that bitch back on. One of them was fighting me like a little bitch, so I just left it like halfway out. I put the nuts on both sides in. That one was a little hard to reach just because I had the fender liner in. Kind of had to thug it out with my fingers, you know, but that bitch on there. So I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.